I'm Monique Flickinger. I'm the new principal at Lincoln IB World School. Well, okay, I'm finishing my second year. And I brought 50 students with me from Lincoln to help run the robots that are on your table. So if you could help me right now and make sure, don't touch the robot, but make sure everything is off the paper and everything is away from the robot. Because the kids are going to come and hopefully the robot is going to obey and do what it should. Isn't Marty amazing? Just 2 weeks ago, I approached 2 students in my school, Kyle and Chris. Wave hi, boys. They're responsible for designing this for you. These 2 boys also developed our robotic play that we showed during our See the Future tour. And for those that you missed it, I have to admit it was pretty amazing. We developed a peacock, a crocodile, camel, frog, and a skunk that could spray. And they all played with Wally the robot. Some of you might remember Rosalio, Nursina, and Raven. Wave hi, guys. They were our tour guides from our See the Future tour. They really love being able to play tour guides for you and to show off our newcomer program that we have at our building and also our media program where we develop our morning news and our new robotics program. I think in my next life, I'm going to come back as a fashion t-shirt designer because I love creating t-shirts, and every one of these shirts that these students are wearing has special meaning. And yes, I did design most of them. So aren't they gorgeous? You can see that several students here have an all-star hoodie on. Well, these all-star hoodies mean that they have maintained a 4.0 GPA for the entire school year. Several of the students are wearing dark green shirts with dragons printed in gold. These shirts are given to students who slayed the CSAP by scoring advanced. To us, the CSAP really is a dragon, so it's a good private joke. Plus, we're the Lancers, right? What do you kill? Several students are sporting pink and brown web leader shirts. These students are chosen by staff because they're excellent role models and they're used frequently to tour new students and parents within our building. Our teams, and you can see a few sporting crutches down on the end there. Last night was an indication of how well track and field went. And one's about to go into surgery in another hour and a half, so kudos for being here. How dedicated are these kids? Our teams are consistently nominated for the Champs Award because of their good citizenship while playing. We know it's not just about winning the game, but how you play it. So standing in front of me is a very good representation of all the students from our building. Lincoln currently has just over 400 students, although next year we are growing to 500 students. So imagine with me that each student here represents 10 more back at the school. At Lincoln, 55% of our students are Hispanic. The ones left standing represent the percentage of students in our building that are Hispanic. For 50% of our students, English is not their first language. 10%, about approximately, represent countries from all around the world. You'll notice where we put the ones with the crutches. And 35% of our students are Caucasian. 69% of our students qualify for free lunch, which means these working families live on less than $23,000 a year. Nursina, can you come up here real quick? I'm going to introduce you to Nursina. Just 17 months ago, she arrived from Turkey, and she spoke 8 words of English. Thank you, Nursina. Pretty amazing when you think just short months ago it was 8 words. Very amazing. If that child was to take the state assessment today, the state would label her as an unsatisfactory child. I think you would agree with me that she is anything but unsatisfactory. A challenge that we face at Lincoln is having so many second language students. When students start to learn a second language, the first skill they gain is to speak. Okay, now you think about it. When you're learning a language, we've all learned how to order food in Spanish, right? Dos cervezas, por favor. The second level to the language is to gain reading skills, and writing proficiency being the last step. That's a very challenging part, and the experts have said to become truly bilingual, it takes at least 10 years to become bilingual and proficient enough to test in the writing of that language. Most students here don't start learning English until they hit kindergarten. So really, they struggle to test proficient until they hit about 16 or their 10th grade. Even with that challenge, you'll see that many of our students were capable of scoring advanced. And how powerful will these children be that are graduating bilingual, biliterate, and bicultural? Students in the state of Colorado are expected to gain 1 year's educational growth in 1 year's time, and that means they should grow a year in reading, a year in writing, and a year in math. That sounds reasonable, right? Well, 2 years ago, right before I started at Lincoln, I was very concerned about the previous lack of progress that our student body was making. 26% of our students were gaining 1 year's educational growth. So we quickly set about to increase achievement by incorporating 21st century skills, with technology being a major theme across all discipline areas. Within 1 short year, our achievement levels have changed drastically. Now, instead of only 26% of our students gaining 1 year's growth, 74% of our students met that goal. I know that's impressive, they're amazing. Are we on track to surpass that achievement of last May? Yep, I believe we're well on our way. A couple of months ago, our January results indicated that 69% of our students had already obtained their 1 year's growth in reading. We still had 4 more months of teaching to go at that time. So we're very excited to see what May could bring us. What do I attribute to this rise in student success? The incorporation of 21st century skills into each and every classroom at Lincoln. Technology allows us to close the achievement gap and to differentiate instruction. Learning and innovation skills are what separates students who are prepared from an increasingly complex work and life environment in the 21st century to those who are not. Our students must be creative, innovative, critical thinkers, and problem solvers. And to do that, they have to be able to communicate effectively and to collaborate with all. Let me give you an example. By combining support from the Bohemian and Poudre Foundation, we were able to purchase our new high-tech robotics lab. It teaches math and engineering skills through robotics. Lego is the medium, and I'll tell you, when we tour people through our building, it is the hardest room to get you adults back out of. You want to build, and I know many of you touched that Marty this morning. I know you did, because I kept turning them back to the way they were supposed to face. Classes such as these really do require creativity and innovation, as students are given very complex problems to solve with very little direction on how to find a solution. The foundation also helped us purchase needed digital equipment to properly furnish our broadcasting studio. With 2 green screen recording studios, students developed the morning using digital video cameras and state-of-the-art digital editing software. The students research topics and create and develop mini documentaries that are broadcast daily. And shh, don't tell them. It's a sneaky way to get them to communicate and collaborate. Nearly 25 students must work in harmony on a daily basis to produce just 6 minutes of airtime. So I am very grateful for what this community has done to support our school and also to help us increase our students' achievement. We are creating the students that will be ready and capable to be your working staff in just a few short years. Our goal at Lincoln, that was the Q word. Did you hear me stress it? We practiced that a lot. Our goal at Lincoln is not to educate most and many, but to educate each and every student we have. Thank you very much. All right. grade students. That's enough time off school